The first call came in just after 3 a.m. on New Year's Eve, 2017. A seemingly routine verbal disturbance at the Copper Canyon Apartments in Highlands Ranch, Colorado. But what began as a welfare check would quickly spiral into a brutal, ambush-style attack that shattered the quiet dawn and claimed the life of a dedicated public servant. The man inside, Matthew Riehl, a 37-year-old Army veteran and former lawyer, was not just having a bad night. He was descending into a psychotic break, a state of mind that had been escalating for months, fueled by paranoia and a deep-seated grievance against law enforcement. This was not a random act of violence, but the tragic culmination of a mental health crisis that had been ignored, or perhaps simply misunderstood, until it was too late. Remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss future episodes of the Calendar of Crime. Also coming soon to Substack. Matthew Riehl's life had been a study in contrasts. A graduate of the University of Wyoming College of Law, he had served a tour in Iraq as a medic with the Army National Guard. Yet, beneath the veneer of professional success, a profound mental illness was taking root. His behavior had become increasingly erratic, marked by public rants and bizarre social media posts. He had previously been hospitalized at a Veterans Affairs mental health center after a psychotic episode, and his former law school had even circulated warnings to students about his threatening and irrational statements. In the weeks leading up to the shooting, Riehl had posted a series of rambling, profane YouTube videos, one of which specifically targeted the Douglas County Sheriff, calling him a clown and threatening to fire him. These videos were a clear public cry for help and a warning of the violence to come, yet the system failed to intervene effectively. The initial 3 a.m. call was handled with caution. Deputies arrived and spoke with Riehl and his roommate, who described Riehl's behavior as bizarre and suggested he might be having a mental breakdown. Finding no immediate crime and with Riehl seemingly calm, the deputies cleared the scene at 3:44 a.m. It was a decision made in good faith, adhering to the limits of their authority, but one that would prove devastatingly premature. The situation was a ticking time bomb, and the fuse had been lit. Just over an hour later, at 5:14 a.m., the deputies were called back. This time, the roommate had fled the apartment, but returned to meet the officers, providing them with a key and permission to enter. Deputy Zachary Parrish, a 29-year-old husband and father of 2 young children, was among the 4 Douglas County deputies and 1 Castle Rock police officer who cautiously entered the apartment. Deputy Parrish, who had served the community for years, was known for his calm demeanor and his dedication to de-escalation, a quality he would demonstrate in his final moments. The officers attempted to make contact with Riehl, who had barricaded himself in his bedroom. They spoke to him through the door, trying to coax him out, their body camera footage later revealing the measured, compassionate tone of their voices. Then, at 5:56 a.m., the silence was shattered. Without warning, Riehl opened fire, unleashing a torrent of over 100 rounds from a rifle through the bedroom wall and door. It was a calculated, brutal ambush designed to inflict maximum damage. In the initial burst of gunfire, 4 officers were struck, including Deputy Parrish. 3 of the injured deputies, Michael Doyle, Jeff Pell, and Taylor Davis, were able to crawl to safety, their injuries severe but not immediately fatal. Tragically, Deputy Parrish was not so fortunate. He was hit multiple times and fell, unable to retreat. The surviving officers, pinned down by the relentless barrage of fire and suffering from their own wounds, were unable to reach him for an immediate rescue. The shooter continued to fire, even targeting the fallen deputy, ensuring his death. The apartment complex transformed into a war zone. The Code Red Reverse 911 system was activated at 6:08 a.m., advising citizens in the vicinity to shelter in place. Law enforcement from multiple agencies converged on the scene, establishing a perimeter and preparing for a tactical entry. The standoff lasted for over an hour, with Riehl continuing to fire sporadically, holding the entire community hostage to his violence. Finally, at approximately 7:30 a.m., a SWAT team made entry into the apartment. A final, intense exchange of gunfire erupted. During this confrontation, Castle Rock Police Department SWAT officer Thomas O'Donnell was also shot and injured. The exchange ended when Matthew Riehl was shot and killed by the officers, bringing the terrifying siege to an end. The total casualty count was staggering: 1 deputy killed, 4 other officers wounded, and 2 civilians injured. The loss of Deputy Zachary Parrish was a profound tragedy for the Douglas County Sheriff's Office and the community he served. He was remembered as a true hero, a man who, according to his sheriff, worked till his dying breath to help the man who shot and killed him. The incident sparked a national conversation about the intersection of mental health, gun violence, and law enforcement response. It highlighted the critical need for better systems to identify and intervene in cases of severe mental illness, particularly for veterans, and fueled the push for red flag laws in Colorado, which allow temporary removal of firearms from individuals deemed a danger to themselves or others. The memory of Deputy Parrish and the bravery of all the officers who responded that morning remains a solemn reminder of the dangers faced by those in uniform. Their sacrifice underscores the complex challenges of modern policing, where a routine call can instantly turn into a life or death situation. Thanks for watching. Please comment, share, like, and subscribe for future episodes from the Calendar of Crime.